All right, so again, this will repeat stuff we've already talked about, but it's good to go through it again. Don't want to take any chances with this stuff. Get every point possible that you guys can get. So, your internal assessment, you should have 3 sections in your paper. We have section 1, the identification and evaluation of sources, section 2, your investigation, and section 3, the reflection. All right. So let's jump down here to the grading and really just hone in on what you guys need to be doing. So, again, section 1, identification and evaluation of sources, suggested word count is 500. You can be under or over that. That's about where you want to be. That's going to be 6 of the 25 marks on your IA. Section 2, the investigation, i.e., your research paper, they suggest about 1,300 words. That's 15 marks. That's the bulk of your grade, because it's the essence of everything we're doing here. And the last part, the reflection, that should be about 400 words. That's 4 marks of the 25 total, right? And again, in normal situations, about 10 out of 25 get you that passing score. Because this is the entire basis of your grade this year, not exactly sure how that's going to look. So you want to, again, you should want to get as many points possible as anyway, get the highest score that you can. But considering the situation this year and the changes I've had to make, you really want to be doing everything you can to get every point that you can. Is that right? Don't take any chances. So for your first section, section A, your evaluation of the sources. We're going to go down here to the top mark band because that's what you really should be focusing on. And to hit in the 5 to 6 points, there's a few things that you need to do. And so as you're writing your papers or reading through or reflecting on it and deciding if it's done, these are things you need to ask yourself. First, have you stated an appropriate question for investigation clearly in this section, not in the investigation section? So in section 1, you need your research question clearly stated. Have you identified and selected appropriate and relevant sources? And is there a clear explanation of the relevance of the sources to the investigation? If you're not sure if you have that or not, you should probably have a sentence in there for each source that says something as blatant as this source is relevant because, right? If you're not sure, keep it simple to make sure that you are hitting what you need to hit. There's detailed analysis and evaluation of 2 sources with explicit discussion of the values and limitations of 2 of these sources for the investigation with reference to origin, purpose, and content. This is your paper 1, guys, right? For each source, to maximize your points, give a value and a limit for each of origin, purpose, and content. So for source 1, you're going to have 3 values, 3 limits. For source 2, you're going to have 3 values, 3 limits, so that you can hit origin, purpose, content all the way through. All right, we're going to skip down here to the reflection because that's our other short part here. Things that you should be doing here. This is about reflecting on what you learned about being a historian. So the reflection is clearly focused on what the investigation highlighted to the student about the methods used by the historian. Methods. What did you learn about how historians conduct their research? Did you have to go through the National Archives or the San Antonio Public Library? How did you get your information? Reflection demonstrates clear awareness of challenges facing the historians or limitations of the methods used by the historian. What are issues you ran into? Right, and connect that to the things that a historian would have to deal with. Right, big picture. Maybe there's something in a different language that you wanted to use that you couldn't. Maybe you couldn't find certain pieces of information, no matter how hard you looked. Right, consider the problems you run into and put them in big picture of issues historians run into. And the last part here, right, make sure that you are connecting the reflection with your investigation. When you talk about one of these things, you need to give examples from your own research and what you experienced.